Hey y'all, welcome back to Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection on the one and only Mike and Juju Smoker. I am your friend and your host, Leah. Money issues are one of the most common causes of marital problems. Let's visit this issue tonight and see if we can help this couple.
Dear Leah, girl, I've been following your column for a long time, and I am finally writing because I need some outside perspective on a money issue that's causing a lot of problems in my marriage. Now, my hubby and I, we've been married for about 6 years, and we both work full time, and we earn some pretty good money. But we're constantly stressed out about money. The problem is that we don't have a budget, and my hubby seems allergic to the very concept. Whenever I bring up creating a spending plan, he gets defensive. He says budgets are too restrictive and that we should be able to enjoy our money. I understand wanting freedom, but our current approach, it just isn't working. Now, we've had several unexpected expenses recently that have forced us to dip into our meager savings. And now I'm starting to get worried about our financial future. And I've tried different approaches. I suggested apps, offered to handle most of the budgeting work myself, and I even proposed we start with just tracking expenses without making any big changes. But nothing seems to work, girl. He'll agree in the moment, of course, but then never follows through. And what gets me the most is that we both want the same things. To buy a house someday, travel more, and have some kiddos. Like, none of these goals feel achievable without better financial planning. And I don't want to nag or become the money police, but I also don't want to watch our money security slip down the drain. Like, how can I help my husband see that budgeting, it ain't a restriction, but about making our money work towards our shared dreams? And how do I, girl, approach this conversation in a way that doesn't make him feel all criticized and defensive? Anyway, thank you for any wisdom you can share, girl. Financially frustrated.
Well, dear financially frustrated, thank you for sharing your situation. Financial disagreements, they are among the most common source of tension in marriages. So just know that you're not alone in this struggle. What strikes me most about your letter is how you're approaching this challenge. You're focused on your shared dreams rather than simply criticizing your husband's habits. This perspective will serve you well as you work through this issue together. Here's some advice for moving forward with this issue. Start with the why, not the how. Before discussing the methods, have a heart-to-heart with your husband about your shared goals. Ask the question, what would make you feel financially secure? Or, what dreams do you most want us to save for? When people resist budgeting, they're often reacting to perceived restriction rather than the concept of budgeting itself. Help him see budgeting as the path to freedom, not as a financial constraint. Look for that middle ground. Instead of a detailed line item budget, which can feel overwhelming to the budget-resistant folks, consider starting with the 50-30-20 approach. 50% of your income goes to the needs, 30% goes to the wants, and 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This provides structure without the micromanagement. Make it a team effort with clear roles. Perhaps you can manage the detailed tracking if that's your strength, while he takes responsibility for researching investment options for your savings or for finding the best deals on major purchases. Playing to each other's strengths can help both partners feel engaged. Try a trial period. Suggest a 3-month experience experiment with a simple budget. Frame it as a testing rather than a permanent commitment. And plan a nice dinner afterwards to discuss what has worked and what did not. I have a few resources that might help you in this situation. There's a book called Smart Couples Finish Rich by David Bach. It offers strategies specifically for couples with different money styles. The Mint app is user-friendly. It's less intimidating than some budgeting tools, showing spending patterns without requiring extensive input. You Need a Budget. It has excellent educational resources, even if you don't use their specific systems. Consider a session with a financial counselor who specializes in couples. Sometimes a neutral third party can help bridge that communication gap. Remember that financial compatibility, it's not about having identical approaches to money. It's about creating a system that respects both partners' values while moving forward towards the common goals. This will take patience and compromise from both of y'all. I'd love to hear how things are progressing for y'all, so feel free to write me back here in a few months to share your journey with me. I'm wishing you financial wisdom, strength, and love. And everyone else out there, thank you for joining me tonight. Remember to keep the faith glowing, the love letters flowing, and always cherish the love that you're showing. This is Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection. Be sure to spread the love by hitting the like and the subscribe buttons and the shiny notification bell. Make sure you smash it so that you know when we go live or put out new content. And go check out our other videos and our merchandise. And I'll see you next week for your next Love Infusion.